Blurry fonts on using Windows default scaling with WSL GUI applications HiDPI. Is there a way to fix blurry fonts in Linux GUI applications when being run from WSL Ubuntu 18.04 using the default Windows scaling? Things I have tried so far. With xming. Tried disabling Windows scaling and setting it from Linux side using GDK_DPI_scale equals 2.5. The problem with this is several things like context menu icons don't play nicely and are often not scaled. Without GDK_DPI_scale equals 2.5, applications are basically unusable since the text is extremely tiny. Tried installing all the fonts from C:\Windows\fonts to C:\program files /xming/fonts/ttf and running font scale couldn't make it work this way either. Tried using vcxsrv has the same issue. Screenshots. Client. Comparison between Emacs, WSL, and Versus Code, Windows Native. All the resources I have looked up so far. Why are WSL GUI apps rendered with blurry fonts with xming? The answer here is specifically for just Firefox and Electron-based applications. GNOME Terminal Blurry on xming doesn't have anything helpful in particular either other than a suggestion to disable scaling and using something else than xming. DPI issues running GUI programs on a 4K screen, suggests using vcxsrv. The main purpose of doing all this is to be able to run text editors, Emacs/IDE client from WSL. And the reason I cannot install their Windows equivalent is we develop only for Linux. Few system details.
Disclaimer, the following procedure may vary with the actual hardware in system. The settings may change in your setup. First, enable HiDPI settings for the X server executable. Close any running instance of that X server. Open the folder where you have installed the X server, e.g. vcxsrv, xming, x410 etc. Here I choose d:\my folder and vcxsrv as example. Open that folder, right-click on vcxsrv.exe for vcxsrv or xming.exe for xming. Choose Properties is greater than Compatibility tab is greater than Change HiDPI settings is greater than Enable Override HiDPI scaling is greater than Change to Application or System Enhanced option. Here is the screenshot looks like after changing the settings. Also do the above steps for slaunch.exe file. This change will add the following registry values. Next, override GTK plus settings for the X11 environment. This GNOME article has in-depth view of the environment variables. GDK_scale will scale the Windows by specific factor. GDK_DPI_scale will scale DPI for scale-aware applications. Enable the settings with the following commands in Bash or other shell. Change those values according to your system. Now execute the X server and the X11 programs. This Reddit thread also helps.